Here we go. Hey, hey, hey.
Hello, everybody.
All right, let me get us started. Um, Talking about healthy habits with Trenola. Okay. Hey, guys. Hello, hello, hello. We're getting started here. I'm so excited. We have Miss Trenola Brooks on with us. She is a junior at the University of Texas in Austin. Whoop, whoop. And for those of you that don't know, Trenola was a part of Teen Kick. She also interned with Teen Kick. Phenomenal young lady doing some groundbreaking things. And today she's going to talk with us about healthy habits. So let's get this started. I'm going to share. I always like to share the live on my personal page as well. So let's do that. Okay. Let's see who said something. Okay. Click. Hey, hey, hey. All right. People are joining on YouTube. So I'm seeing people when they join on YouTube and when they join on Facebook. Hey, y'all. Excited, excited, excited to have you all join us. Yes. Okay, so let's share this. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you. Please make sure before we get started to go ahead and share with someone that you know. Tell them to come on in and join the party because this talk is going to be phenomenal. This girl right here got some great tips and tricks to share with you all in reference to healthy habits. So, I'm sharing everywhere I can, y'all. Doing my part. All right. All right, you ready to get started, girl?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay, first, let's start off. Let everyone get to know you. So, share a little bit about yourself. Let them know where they can follow you on Instagram so they can have that all before we get started.
All right. So, hello, everyone. My name is Trinola. I am from Port Arthur, Texas, but I live in Austin because I go to school here. I am a junior at UT Austin, so hook 'em. That's my school. And my Instagram is at Grow with Nola, and that is where I post all things fitness, any type of tips or tricks that you might need. You will find them on that account. So make sure that y'all follow me there.
Yes, and I shared it inside the comments. Awesome sauce. Okay, so let's just dig right on in. So, Trinola has an amazing story. She has lost over 50 pounds, right? And I felt she was a great candidate to come and talk to our teens about the importance of building healthy habits. So, start off by telling us what has your journey been like with healthy habits?
So I have always struggled with my weight growing up. So it would fluctuate up and down. In high school, I played volleyball. I wasn't very good at it, but I played it. And that's when my weight originally started going down a little bit. But even while I was playing, it was still fluctuating up and down. But where I really started to make a change is when I graduated high school and went to college. So when I graduated, I was 196 pounds. And for me, that was something that I was not comfortable with. And I really wanted to change it for the sake of my health and also my mental health as well. So when I got to college, I, as a freshman, I would just at any hours of the day, because like the gyms in college are open from like 6 a.m. to 3 a.m. So they're open at all times, and I was going out all hours of the day, and I would just basically just go and move my body in whatever way that I can. And with that, I was able to lose 50 pounds, among other things that we'll talk about. But doing that transition from school to college is really where the change was made.
Got you. And I love that you said during the transition from high school to college is where your transition happened in a positive
Mhm.
light, because so many of us hear about the freshman 15,
Yes,
you know,
definitely.
gaining the weight versus losing
Hmm.
it, and you went there and lost over 50 pounds, which I think is phenomenal.
Hmm.
So tell us, did you find it more difficult or challenging to become more health conscious when you were in college, or was it more easier for you?
I would say I'm kind of both ways about it. So I would say what's easier in the fact that I had access to a gym that I didn't have back at home, and it was like it wasn't a free gym, but it was included in my tuition. So I was definitely gonna use it, and that was a change from like Planet Fitness, which is the only gym that I know that's back at home. And also, I had control of what I could eat on campus rather than at home as well. At home, you eat what your mom cooks, and that's about it. But this time, I had to actually figure out what I was going to eat and figure out how I was going to pay for that and all that. So, in that way, it was easier making those changes, but it was also hard because, as you said, the freshman 15 is like something that every freshman is thinking about. At least that's something that I was thinking about, and having to miss out on certain things because I was like I didn't want to eat too much on those things, or I had to go to the gym and I was missing out. So in that way, it was hard. But I guess it could go both ways depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, and I like that you said that you had to eat what your mom cooked. Because
Mm-hmm.
let me tell you, I have so many teens that talk about their desire to actually eat healthy, but
Mm-hmm.
their mom is like, "Are you gonna buy it?"
Exactly. That's
So if
exactly.
you're not buying it, then you're not going to eat it. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that can be kind of damaging, to teens. But I also understand from the parent perspective as well. But I completely get what you're saying. And to hear that you actually took that and say, okay, now I'm purchasing my own food. How am I going to make this a healthy lifestyle? So I think that that's really great. Let's think about so actually, this kind of actually answers my next question, which is, does your environment affect your healthy habits?
Mm-hmm.
You would probably
Yes.
say yes, right?
Yes, definitely. Like I said, at home, it's all, and even now, if I were to go back home, it's still, even though I would be buying my own food, it's still like different. There's still different things that you have to consider. So, like, for example, in Austin, there's so many options that cater to different like nutritional needs. Like, let's say you have a lot more vegans and vegetarians out here than you do out there. So in the dining halls that we have in campus, there's more options. And through my freshman year, it wasn't just me like going out and buying groceries. Like I had to actually use my dining dollars and I had to use what they had on campus. So
Hmm.
in that way, I had to get creative with that. I can tell you, like during my freshman year, I was eating pure, for the most part, black beans and sweet potatoes, and I would just come up with so many recipes with black beans and sweet potatoes because that was like the only thing I knew, basically, that I could have. So
Hmm.
definitely, that environment switch is something that you just gotta make your way around a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, I think that this is actually a really good point for educators, for my people back in Port Arthur, Texas, our
Mm-hmm.
entire community, because when we think about wanting to eat healthier requires us to have those things more accessible. And if you
Yes.
hear what Trinola is saying, when she moved to Austin, it's all around her. So it
Mm-hmm.
makes it easier for her to have that type of lifestyle than it did when she was back at home, because back at home, it's much easier to actually eat poorly because that's what consumes us. That's all around us. It's quicker, it's faster. You can always grab, Wendy's or around there. But when you're in a different environment, more health conscious items, and they actually share calories on the screen, which I think is really great in Austin as well. I loved Austin. Y'all, Austin, I was, man,
Austin.
I was looking like Trinola back in Austin. No, but I think that that's the reason why people are healthier there is because it's easily accessible. It plays a huge part. And we need to pay attention to that within our communities where we are. Like, imagine if we would place those things like she said, she's purchasing great food at school because they give those options at school. Imagine if we were given those options at the schools in the lower income areas. If we were given those options all around, where will we all be? Just saying.
And then you notice that, like, back before I got to college, I didn't even know that these were options. Like,
Mm.
I didn't even know, I didn't know anything about vegans before I got to college or like what they were doing. So I think there's a lot of people who just don't know what that is and what that looks like and what that lifestyle looks like. So,
Yes, 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 yes. You are so correct. One of my favorite people to follow, I don't know if you follow her or not. Tabitha Brown. Do you know who I am?
yes,
Yeah,
I do
okay.
follow her.
Listen, she's like the auntie for America, right? But I absolutely love her because, first of all, she's speaking truth because she'll tell you if it's good or not, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But also, she gives you like an inward look into the vast variety of things you can do with vegan food,
Mm-hmm.
with creating that type of cuisine. And half of the time you be like, is that really vegan? Because that don't look vegan. But it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
So following people like that, I think actually helps you along your journey as well.
Yes, definitely.
Right?
I
Yeah.
looked through all her recipes, and I'm not vegan. I just want to make that clear. But I
Uh-huh.
love making those different recipes
Options.
and just seeing how they work. So, and definitely her. She's so creative with it. Like, I know a lot of people talk about her jackfruit barbecue
Yeah.
sandwich, which I'm still skeptical on, but it looks good. So,
It does look good. It does look good. And it does look like it's meat. It don't look like it's jackfruit.
yeah.
I still haven't tried that one. I actually did look for it though when I was in the store and I couldn't find it.
I'm a
So
little scared of it, so I might have to wait until later so that I.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Oh look, Alina just asked, "Are you vegan?" And you just answered her, "No, you're not." So what is actually thinking about that when she asked, "Are you vegan?" Vegan. What do you eat? Like, do you still have variety of the meats and things like that?
Hmm.
Everything?
So I still eat basically. I still eat everything. As far as like meats and everything, I still eat chicken. I still eat beef. I still eat turkey. I will say a switch that I have made is like, let's say if I want a taco, I'll use the ground turkey instead of ground beef. But there's really been no big thing. In Austin, they obviously don't have Zumos like we have in Port Arthur. So I started using, which it tastes nothing the same, but I started using turkey sausage for my meals, and that's just a healthier option for me. Even though I would get the Zumos if they had it here, they do not. but I but I just find that other like having different options and like saying if I want a brownie, I can make a vegan brownie out of black beans. And I find that so fun. And I just find enjoyment in just doing all those different things. So I try to take a look at like everything and eat everything. So,
Gotcha. Gotcha. Makes perfect sense. Okay, let's move to the next question. What has been your biggest roadblock to starting your exercise program? And how did you overcome?
my biggest roadblock is consistency.
Mm.
Like it is so hard to, get up every day and just say, or actually when I started, like I would have to make a routine for myself and say, hey, I'm going to work out at this time on this day, or it's most likely not going to happen. So having that mindset and saying, if you want to do it, you have to do it at this time. That was something that had to be a switch, and actually I had to commit to. And another thing is when you get to college, you meet a lot of people, and like sometimes you'll meet people and they're like, all right, we're gonna go work out together, we're gonna do this every day. But then week 3 of college and those people are no longer coming to the gym with you, and you have to want to be able to do it by yourself. So building consistency and self-discipline has been my biggest struggles, but somehow I've been doing it. I have to write everything down. I have to set alarms for myself. I have to add it to my planner to make sure I do it. I I do everything I can to make sure that I'm still staying on track.
Yes, I love that. Did y'all hear it? She said she writes it down in her planner to make sure that she still follows through with it. So just like she would go to work, just like she would do her homework, she scheduled her workouts as a part of her day as well, which has been an help for you to actually create the consistency with working out. Correct? That's
Yes,
pretty
definitely.
cool. That's pretty cool. Why do you feel that teens struggle with creating healthy habits?
I think for me personally, I struggled because I didn't see it in my home. I didn't
Mm,
have like family members who were working out and eating healthy and doing all that. And because of that, that was just something that wasn't like it didn't resonate in me either. Now I love to exercise and I loved it before I even started losing weight. But like I said, continuing to do it was something that I didn't know how to do. So I think that's what a lot of other teens struggle with as well. They don't have the resources to like just go to the gym or anything, or any teens. There's not really a lot of teens that are just like going to the gym from
yeah,
like ninth grade to 12th grade. Like that doesn't really happen unless they're playing a sport.
yeah,
And if you're not playing a sport, if you're like me and not good at sports, you have to find some other way to be able to do it. So I think that is the biggest struggle, just having that motivation in your home and in your
yeah.
friends.
Listen, that part right there, not seeing it, it is so different when it's in your face, when you see it every day, when you see it around, like from the people around you.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes a part of your lifestyle simply because that's what they do. And I think,
Yep.
and it's not saying that parents are bad for not doing it. She's speaking from experience and how she was able to lose over 50 pounds when transitioning to college. Like she said, it was difficult as a teen to stay healthy and create healthy habits because that wasn't in front of her. So even if it wasn't in her own home, not having it around her in schools, not having it around her, having it easily accessible, having a rec center where you can go and be able to be active, not having those things creates the difficulty for our teens to actually become healthy. So to me, I feel like you're speaking on so many different things that has nothing to do with just the house. And I don't think
Mm-hmm.
people are actually getting that. Like I'm becoming real passionate right now because we need we need this so badly in our communities. We cannot talk about our teens not wanting to do stuff when we don't have nothing for them to do. I'm just saying,
Exactly. Yes, very true.
please, you can't. That makes absolutely no sense.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot talk about your teen being lazy or your teen not wanting to do stuff if you're not giving them these different options of things to do.
Yes.
And sadly, in some of our communities, we don't have those options.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we know that that's a problem, we need to create solutions. Come to the table, not just talking about it because I'm so sick and tired of people just talking. What are you going to do? How do we get together to build that community center? How do we get together to actually create something for these teens to do that will help them create healthy habits? Because healthy habits, it's not just about what they eat, it's not just about movement, the mental too. So I believe that
Mostly men.
mostly mental, exactly.
Yeah.
So I believe it's so important for everybody to grasp that. Let me see. I see some notes. So let me see. I see people. Be about it. Yes, thank you, Nia. Hey, girl. Alina says, for me, I can't stand doing the same thing. It has to be something different. So, do you have a specific workout routine, or are there different days that you do different things like cardio, leg work, switch it up? That's a question.
So I would, for me, when I first started, when I tell y'all I was doing anything and everything, like I wasn't sticking to a certain routine. I wasn't just I was switching it up. I was doing different exercises every day, and it didn't really like. And honestly, I probably wasn't doing those exercises right. I was probably doing them all wrong. I have videos from when I was working out to where I was doing exercise. It wasn't in the right form or anything, but I was still doing them, and that was what was most important to me. But I know there are so many, especially right now, there are so many resources online to where you can find different type of workouts. So I use YouTube for a lot, especially even before I was using YouTube before I had access to a gym. But now there's so many more workouts that you can find on YouTube. There's so many apps that are free now. For example, the Nike Fitness app, they have premium. Their whole premium thing is open right now for free, so take advantage of that because I am. And just switching it up, like there's also dance workouts that I actually find joy in. If I don't want to do like some running or strict cardio per day, I'll go do a dance workout and sweat just as much, if not twice as much. So you really just have to find what do you like, what makes you feel good, and what works for you, and then make your own routine out of that.
Yes, I love that. Alina, did she answer your question? Because I think that that was really good. And I love that you said that there are free resources right now, especially during because of COVID. There are
Mm-hmm.
so many free apps where it
So
can be dancing, like you said. It could be, like different workout, burpees, learning to do all types of stuff. You can learn how to do taekwondo on your phone right now simply because of COVID. So,
mm-hmm. Yeah.
doing that and going to YouTube University
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because
Learn
YouTube is your
everything from
friend.
YouTube.
Listen, people are doing it all the time. She said, have you ever tried the saran wrap overnight? Girl,
I haven't tried that. No.
listen, I could answer that question. I did and I almost died. Trinola,
No.
you don't want to try that. I tried that and I thought I was literally about to die. I woke up like fighting to take it off because I felt
Was it
like
like?
it got tighter or something. I don't know. I couldn't breathe.
Is that the one with the Saran wrap and like the Vicks rub?
Yes.
Girl, doesn't that burn? I just think about it burning.
It heats up. It heats up. Imagine when you put Vicks Vapor Rub on your chest and you can feel it opening everything. Imagine
Mm-hmm.
that doing that on your midsection. Yes,
Okay.
it heats up. Now imagine you wrapping saran wrap around it and then putting on a waist trainer and then call yourself going to sleep. Girl,
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
listen. I'm just going to be real with the people. I tried it and I failed wonderfully. And I won't try it again. Oh gosh, people laughing. Saran wrap. This let me see. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Thanks for the warning. Yes, let me tell you, Christy. Look, I could. I tried. I was in a desperate time, and I said, "Look, they're gonna have to love me how I am on this beach because this Saran wrap business is not my business. I can't do it." Some people, I've seen the YouTube videos where they share how, oh my gosh, look from day 1 to day 6. Listen, y'all keep that. I can't do it. Mm-mm. Sorry. Let me see, making sure. Burning fat while sleep is easy. That's called bacon fat. Yeah, it's baking it all right. Okay, y'all, stop. That's a red wrap business or something else. Let's see. Some lifestyle. Oh, actually, talking about healthy habits. The other thing I was going to say, thinking about that we're in quarantine right now. Well, we ain't. Whatever we want to call it, quarantine, but not type of situation. I know that it has been a huge challenge for people because you are locked in, so you can't go to the gym. So what were you doing in those times? You were using mostly the YouTube videos and just doing stuff at home,
Mm-hmm.
making it
So
for
I
home.
was using, like you said, I was using mostly the YouTube videos and doing stuff at home. But also it was taking. So let's say I would also have to like plan it out. So if I want to get, let's say, an hour of exercise in every day, I would do maybe one of those YouTube videos and then one of those dance workouts, and just trying to make my own routine, trying to make it interesting for myself every day, because going to the gym, it can be interesting. Like you can find different things to do. You can get your sweat in however you want to. But being home and doing the same push-ups and the same sit-ups and the same jumping jacks every day, it's boring, and it's not for me. So I had to. Instagram definitely has so many workouts on there that you can find, but just making up stuff for yourself, making up your own routine, like maybe taking some of those exercises and breaking them apart and making them fit you. So
Yes.
being at home definitely has been a challenge. Like I would have to write, like, get on my calendar and say I worked out, like actually have to scratch it out and make sure that I was getting it done, because that was the only way it was working for me at home.
Yeah.
So, and then also giving yourself grace. Like sometimes I just don't want to work out at home. It's not fun. I can go run around my outside, but it's 103 degrees outside, and
Texas
no.
weather don't let you be great running outside. I'm just
Exactly.
saying.
Exactly. But I definitely, you just got to make it interesting for yourself.
Yes, 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 yes. That's great. Okay, so the next question I have for you is: some lifestyle changes can become costly,
Hmm.
like
Yes.
the food, right? What
Yes.
sacrifices have you made to make room in your budget for your healthy habits?
So we're thinking about my college student budget, which was nothing. It was dining dollars, and it was a little bit of money from my part-time job, which basically my dorm took all the money for that. So it's definitely finding in my dining hall. So I'm actually not sure how all dining halls work everywhere, but I would have to, let's say if I wanted to make a meal for myself and cook somewhere else in the dorm, but also get things from the dining hall. You're not supposed to do this, but I would like bring containers to the dining hall and like fill them with the healthy things. You're not supposed to. I'm not recommending this, but this is what I did. I would get those containers and like maybe fill it with sweet potatoes, and then go and make something else to go with that, and then that would be the way that I did it. But for as far as cost, I would make myself a list and basically make myself a grocery list. I'm 19 making grocery lists, but it's definitely something that is essential if you want to make sure that you're getting everything that you need, and definitely doing that and going out grocery shopping versus going to the Wendy's downstairs was something that I believe saved me money, because I could go to that Wendy's and I can get a 4 for 4 every day if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And I know people who have gone and got 4 for 4s every day, but those $4 continue to add up when you can actually get yourself a meal that is healthy and filling, because those 4 for 4s are not filling
Yeah, them
at
four
all.
for fours last
So
for 4 minutes.
exactly, exactly. But I would also make a budget for myself. So let's say I would set a goal for myself. So either $50 a month or $100 a month, depending on what your budget is. And I would try to stick into that and find foods that would stick into that. And HEB was definitely the place that I was going for everything. And just sticking to those essentials that I needed was what helped me. And with those essentials, I would create different things that would fit the healthy lifestyle that I was trying to maintain.
Gotcha. That's really good. Is this good to y'all? Let me make sure I'm not missing any more comments. They're saying yes. Loving the conversation. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. If y'all have other questions, continue to post them, okay? I love that you all are being interactive. I truly appreciate it. Okay. Now, if you had to think right now, what would be the top three healthy habits a teen should actually put in place today? What would you say they are?
So my number one would be consistency. You have to, if you have a goal, you need to make sure that you are doing something for that goal every single day. Because if you're not doing it every single day, or as many days as
Yes.
possible, then it's not going to be something that gets
Listen,
done.
pause for the people. Did y'all hear her say every day? Every single day? That applies to so much in our lives. You want to start a business. What are you doing about it today? You want to write a book. Did you write about it today? Like all of these different things. It goes across everything. Consistency. You want to eat better. Okay, so think about one thing you could eat great today. I think that creates the consistency. And when you have consistency, it just builds the momentum for you wanting to do more for yourself. Okay, go ahead, girl. Number two.
So the number two is self-discipline. That's also something that you really need to have just to be able to, if that one college friend leaves you and say, I'm not working out today, what makes you still want to go and to
Mm.
do it? And I think that's something that definitely has helped me with self-discipline. Or if, let's say you want a snack or whatever you want to eat. For me, I was not cutting out the junk food completely. I was still eating it, but I still needed to know when to stop. Like, when can I not have this Frosty from Wendy's? When do I need to say no? So definitely knowing when to say no to yourself. I feel like it's a lot easier to say no to somebody else than to say no to yourself.
Mm.
So I think
You
so.
better preach. Mm.
So definitely know how to say no to yourself and keep your goals in mind. And then the last thing that I would say is give yourself grace and know that I know in as a teen, a lot of people, or for me, I worried about my weight a lot. Like it was something that completely took over my life. And I think with just focusing on my weight, if I were just to focus on my weight throughout this whole journey, I don't think I would be where I am now. Because at some point, what happens after you lose the weight? Like, what do you do then? So I've already lost my 50 pounds. So what do I want to do now? How am I
Yeah.
trying to keep up this lifestyle? So once you give yourself grace and tell yourself, hey, it's okay to eat this, and it's okay if I don't work out today. Like all of that is fine, just as long as you get back up and come back the next day.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to keep you going throughout the rest of your journey as well.
Yes, that was great, Trinola. Number one, consistency. Number two, self discipline. Number three, give yourself grace. It can't just be about the weight. Why are you truly doing it? Because when it's about the weight, okay, you reached the goal, now what? So do you go back to the weight you were? So I love that you said that. Let me see, someone shared a comment. How did it feel when you realized that you did it? You lost the weight, and what did you do after you reached your goal? Were you lost or did you continue?
So first, I didn't really realize I did it until I went home for the first time, and then your family members are the most honest with you. So when they said, usually when I go home, they were saying, "Oh, you didn't gain some weight," but this time I went home and they said, "Oh, you done lost some weight," and that was my grandma. She was the first person who told me, and I was like, I did, didn't I? I lost some weight. So so that was something, it made me feel good. And it wasn't just that I lost the weight, but it was that I was enjoying what I was doing. And I was enjoying doing the exercise or whatever. And I wanted everybody to come work out with me and do it with me and just doing that. So definitely being able to see that progress and being able to hear words of encouragement from everyone else was something that helped. And now that I have lost the weight, what's helping now is working out genuinely makes me feel good. When I don't work out, I,
Yes.
I don't I feel lost. Like I feel like there's something missing, or like my mood is down, my skin is bad, and nothing is going right for me. So now working out has become a hobby. When like in school, I would use it as a way to like procrastinate. I was like, I don't want to write this essay, so I'm gonna go to the gym, and then it became fun for me. So that's
Yes,
what I
I
do.
love that you say like it's now such a lifestyle to whereas it's fun for you. It's not like this, oh, I gotta go work out, like this dreading task, but it's actually become fun for you. So even though you met your goal,
Mm-hmm.
it's not like you're gonna stop because you actually have created a lifestyle with this and it's something
Yeah.
that you enjoy. So I think that those are really great points. Let me make sure I have some other posts. Marissa says, great points. You have such great insight. Thank you,
Thank
Marissa.
you.
Yes, 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 she does, right? These girls here, let me tell you, They are on it. They are on it. I'm making sure I don't have any comments I'm missing on this side either. Okay. So before we go to our last question, this is the second to last question, and it's always giving you the opportunity to ask me a question. Do you have a question for me in reference to healthy habits?
So I would say, what are your goals right now?
Girl, to morph into a whole nother person? No, I'm kidding. No, honestly, most people who know what I've gone through in the past couple years, I've had a really hard past 2 years. My divorce was finalized last year. I had a hysterectomy. I had a child, and the cuts that I've received have created things in me because I had fibroids that were extremely large. So it made it always look like I was pregnant when I wasn't. And then now getting rid of that, one of the things that has happened to me now is because I no longer have my female organs, I'm going through menopause at my young age of 23. So,
I was like,
they know I ain't 23, girl, but I'm still young. But yes, because I'm going through menopause and having these hormonal changes actually has increased my weight, and it has been such a huge struggle of mine, and I hate it. So one of my goals is to actually lose all of this, but it's not just about losing the weight, like you said. For me, I really want to enjoy the person that I am inside right now, but physically who I was a few years ago, and I have a 3-year-old. Yes, my baby turned 3 today, y'all. Tell him happy birthday.
oh, happy
But
birthday.
I have a 3-year-old, and I want to be around for when he has children. I want to be around to run around with him. Look, y'all, he has the most energy I have ever seen in my entire lifetime. And I don't like being tired. I don't like, feeling like he wore me out. Like, I'm ready to go to bed. So my goal is to become completely healthy inward and outward so I can enjoy every moment of this Energizer Bunny named Creed. So yes, that's one of my goals. I'll say it aloud. Yes, I do want to lose 75 pounds. But beyond that, I really want to just get back to who I once was when I lived in Austin, when I lived in Dallas. Like those times were some of my best times, and I miss that physical Keisha. So I want to get back to her.
It's definitely something that has to be taken one day at a time.
Yeah.
Because like those 50 pounds, it wasn't something that just came off in like my first year of college.
Right.
Like this, I'm going into my third year of college, and it's stuff that's coming off over time. And there's certain months where like I won't lose any weight. Like for right now, I've been 140 since last June, and but my body is also changing as well. So and I think once you realize that, and once you see that the weight might not change, but how you feel about yourself will change,
Yes. That part.
that's when you'll see that progress. And that's my most encouraging statement.
Yes, I love it. Hey, Miss D is on here, and she said, "Hey, Trinola."
Hey.
I love it. That's really great, Trinola, and I'm going to hold on to that for sure. Okay, last question of the night. If you all have any other questions that have not been answered, go ahead and type them in right now because she's going to answer my last question, which is I ask all of the girls, do you have a quote, a scripture that you stand on that helps you on your journey of creating these healthy habits? If you do, would you like to share it?
Yes. So my quote is, and it's like a little sassy one. So it's, no matter how slow you are going, you are passing up everybody else that is sitting down doing nothing.
You better come on and say that. Hold on. She just gave us life. It is sassy. Say that again.
No matter how slow you are going, you are passing up everybody else that's sitting down.
Yes, I love that. No matter how slow you are going, you are passing up everybody that's sitting down. I love
My
it.
little sassy quotes, my
I
French
love it.
quotes.
I love it. I love it. That is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Okay, Trinola, tell them once more where they can follow you on IG so they can be able to see your journey, because she has such great videos she share on there, and being able to just be transparent about her healthy journey.
So my IG is at Grow with Nola. I post all the workouts on there. There's different things that you can download and save for you to do workouts. They have instructions and everything. You can work out with me on IGTV as well, and I post live on there if you want to work out with me. And also, I post all my baking, vegan meals if you want to see me burn a few things. So definitely follow my stories.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Trinola, I am so proud of who you've become. Who are you still becoming? I've known her for a few years now, as y'all know. I'm so proud of you. I think you've done such a great job. Hold on. Somebody said, "Hey, Raymond from South Africa. Thank you for joining, boo. Hey, we done went international, y'all. Yes, I'm excited about that. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, but I just wanted to say, um, oh, hold on. Alina said it glitched. So can you say the what do you need her to say again? What are you asking? The quote was, let's say the quote again, and let's say where we can follow you once more for everyone.
Okay, so the quote was, no matter how slow you are going, you are passing up everybody else that is sitting down.
Yes.
So always remember that. And then you can follow me on Instagram on at grow it Nola, spelled just how it sounds.
Yes. Grow
And
with
you'll find
Nola.
everything
And
there.
I shared it in the comments as well, you guys, so you can follow her on there. Grow with Nola on IG. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much, Trinola, for joining us. So
Thank
proud of
you.
you continuing this journey of wonderfulness. For those that don't know, I shared it in the beginning. She is a junior at UT Austin right now. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen for her in the next. And I'm happy that with you is where we reach an international live. This is so phenomenal. Look, I'm like a little kid. Oh my gosh, people watching us in South Africa. Hey, so phenomenal. But thank you so much. Y'all make sure to continue to follow us. Yes, I'll share her link below for Instagram. But thank you guys. Continue to share, share, share. Thank you, Trinola, for sharing your journey with us, teaching us some healthy habits that we can put in place today. And as she said before, and I'll close it out with this, no matter how slow you are going, you still going faster than everybody sitting down. Just saying. Love it, I love it, I love it. God bless you
Thank
all.
you.
Thank you for joining. Y'all have a great night. Bye. Oh, girl, we in South Africa.